These are 6 ways to instantly boost your mood. Number 1 is to just get into sunlight more. Because just think about it. Think about our ancestors. They were outside all the time, every single day. Pretty much bare skin, like all of their skin pretty much exposed to the sun, to the sunlight. And so we as human beings are meant to be outdoors as much as possible. And so at literally every opportunity, obviously not when it's like shit weather and it's raining horrendously, and you don't absolutely have to be indoors, go outside. And you'll know this already, but when you go outside, you get sunlight, you get vitamin D. Vitamin D is vital for your body. It makes you feel better. Number 2 is take a cold shower. Now, I know this is pretty unsexy, and I know that it's uncomfortable, and all the normies are going to think,
oh, I'm not going to do that because it's uncomfortable, I don't want to do it.
But what cold showers do is they increase your dopamine baseline, which basically means that when you get out, you feel more energized, more alive, more rejuvenated, and a lot happier, because dopamine is the pleasure hormone. When you get dopamine, you get that feel-good feeling. But the sad thing is most people get that feeling from bad habits, from things which are bad for them, like porn, like video games. But taking cold showers regularly will help you get dopamine hits from the things which are actually good for you, like going to the gym, like going for a walk in nature, like reading a book. Because before taking a cold shower, your dopamine baseline was here. And after taking the cold shower, it goes up, which means that no matter what you do, you will feel better and happier doing it. I mean, a great example is Wim Hof. Look at him. He exposes himself to extremely cold temperatures on a very consistent basis, and he's, I'd say, one of the happiest people alive, and it just goes to show. Number 3 is practice gratitude. Whether it's writing in a journal, or sending someone a text message or letter, or just meditating and thinking about the things that you are grateful for. Show gratitude. Every single morning, I get out my journal and I write down 5 things which I'm grateful for that day, like in that moment. And doing this every single day for over 2 years now has really got me into the routine of being a lot more aware of certain things and just showing gratitude towards them. Just even the little things, like I'm grateful for this water bottle, I'm grateful for the phone that I'm recording this video on. And I always make sure to really thank someone and show gratitude for every time they do something nice for me. Now you might think to that,
well, yeah, no shit, mate, it's fucking basic manners.
And yeah, I'm aware I'm not special, I know that. But just think about how many people go through life not really ever thanking their parents properly or showing genuine appreciation, either because they just have a shit attitude towards life, or they think that it's cringe to show appreciation. I remember that I once had a friend, and basically he invited me to his house. We were gonna like hang out with some other people, and so he sent me a text message like, yo, do you want to come round? And I said, yeah, of course, I'll come. So I went, and when I went there, his dad was actually fixing his bike for him. And I thought to myself, oh, his dad's fixing his bike, oh, that's really wholesome. But then his dad looks up at me when I arrive, kind of in like, not disgust, but just like disappointment. But he wasn't disappointed in me. You know, this really had nothing to do with me. It was the fact that I had been invited over. Because what I didn't realize was that my friend was actually supposed to be helping his dad fix his bike. His dad was fixing his bike for him, and he wasn't even helping in any way. At the end of the day, it was his bike. He was an adult. And so when I got there, his dad was going on about, why do you invite people over? This is your bike, you need to help out. So I'm just there, it's kind of awkward. I'm just thinking to myself, why are you not helping your dad with your bike? You're not even showing appreciation. And when his dad finally fixed it, and he said, okay, son, are you going to show some, appreciation for me fixing your bike? He was just standing there on his phone, scrolling away, and just went, yeah, thanks, Dad. It's just sad to see these people just don't show genuine appreciation. Like, your parents have done so much for you, and you can't even show genuine appreciation. You can't even thank them for basic things, and it's just sad. So just make sure from now on that every single day you're showing some kind of gratitude. Number 4 is do a good deed. Helping others is one of the best feelings on earth. I'm sure that you can agree. Whenever we see someone who's spending their time giving to people, volunteering, giving away money, we always look at them in such admiration. We just can't help but respect them, because you just can't hate someone who dedicates their time and money to something which is just beyond themselves, which if they wanted, they could have nothing to do with, but they choose to help out. Now, obviously, Bill Gates, and you can't donate millions and millions to these charities in Africa, but you can just do little things like opening a door for someone, or helping an elderly person cross the street, or give an extra big tip to the waitress at the coffee shop. Just doing these tiny things will drastically improve your mood and your mental health long term. And it will also boost your self-image, because when you get this good feeling of doing good deeds for other people, you'll want to do more of them. And so you'll end up doing more of them, and then you'll feel even better, and the cycle will just continue. So there's really no downside to just doing good deeds. Just every single day, just do one good deed for someone. It's not difficult. Number 5 is just smile. Most people do not smile enough, and that's myself included. Smiling is one of the single most powerful things you can do to improve your mood and how you feel about yourself. So literally just smile more. And this is super fucking easy too, because you don't have to do it towards a specific person. You can just sit here right now and consciously decide to smile. And this is going to feel pretty awkward at first, right? But I hope that you can just hear me out and just sit here right now and just smile. Just smile.
Smile.
Just force it, and trust me, after a few minutes, you'll genuinely feel happier. And as we all know as well, smiling is very contagious. When you see someone else smiling at you, you can't help but smile back. Because, well, obviously you're doing it out of like politeness and manners. But at the same time, it's like, you could just not smile back if you wanted to, if you really thought about it. But something in your brain says, okay, this person's smiling at me. Oh, they're a happy person. I need to show that I'm also happy so that we can be happy together. And also by smiling more, you will attract, happier people and more positive thinking people into your life, which why wouldn't you want that? Why would you not want to surround yourself with people who are thinking positively all the time? Because remember, you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And if those 5 people are extremely positive, have a really, like glass half full kind of mentality, then you're going to live a very good life. Number 6 is look from a positive perspective. The truth is, life is just how you perceive it. It's not specific events or things that happen in our lives which determine how we feel. It's just how we perceive those events. That's what matters. Because think about it, you see millionaires who have everything they could ever want, but they're miserable. And then you'll see people who are literally homeless, living on the street, and they are happier than these millionaires. Why? The difference between the depressed millionaire and the happy homeless person is just how they perceive their life circumstances. And hence their life experience is different because simply of just how they chose to think. You can turn literally any circumstance into a positive. Now, obviously there's exceptions, like if someone's passed away, okay, fair enough. Let's say you're going home after work and you missed the bus to go home. You could stand there and whine like, oh, I missed the bus. Or you could just stand there and look around and think to yourself, this actually gives me an opportunity to just look around, maybe walk around a bit of this area where the bus stop is. I've never actually seen this properly before. I've never really taken it in. And so you just stand there, look around you, taking the surroundings. Maybe if your job isn't that great, you can think to yourself, okay, but in the future, I do have big goals, I have big ambitions, and me taking in this present moment just at this bus stop will be something that I can look back on in the future when I've actually achieved my big goals. So just remember that everything in life, how you feel, just comes down to how you perceive the things that are happening. It's not the things that are happening in and of themselves, because a certain circumstance to one person could be the worst thing that's ever happened to them, but to the next person it could be just a minor inconvenience. And it's all about perspective, so just remember that. I hope this video helps you become a much more positive minded person from now on. Thank you for watching and stay focused.